Hello everyone, welcome to SIUK Japan webinar. Thank you for joining us today. We are now live with University of Northampton. Over to you, Hisai.
Thank you, Deepika. 皆様、本日お忙しいところ、セミナーにお越しいただきましてありがとうございます。本日は、ノーザンプトン大学の短期留学コース、そして、夏の英語コースに関しまして、カンタロスさんにご紹介いただきます。学生時代にですね、短期もしくは長期でイギリスの大学生活を、経験するためには何をしたらいいか等もですね、お話ししていただきますので、ぜひ最後までお聞き逃しのないようにしてください。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。Hi, Cantaros, can you start the presentation, please?
Yes, hello there. Hi, everybody. I hope you can see me and hear me okay. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Cantor Rose Woolley, and I'm the University of Northampton representative based here in the UK. And my role is to help Japanese students with their application to study here with us, and also to help you throughout your journey. So today I want to introduce to you the University of Northampton, who we are and what we have to offer. And I also want to highlight a program that is very popular amongst Japanese students at the moment, which is short-term study at the University of Northampton, where you can study with us for 1 term or 1 year and return to Japan to continue your studies at your home university afterwards. So before we start to talk about the program, I want to play a short clip that will give you a snapshot of who we are. This is a video from a current Japanese student, Yuko Hayashi, and yes, I'm going to play it now.
Minasan, 皆さんこんにちは。林優子です。日本の神戸出身です。私のコースは Joint Honors コースなので2つのサブジェクトを選ぶことができます。今私は、Education Studies と、心理学を学んでいます。私は学習障害の子どもたちの教育に興味があります。なので教育と心理学両方学びたいと思っています。この大学では両方学ぶことができ、さらに、学費の一部を奨学金として提供してくれるので、この大学を選びました。私はグループワークを楽しんでいます。特にさまざまな国の教育について学ぶ授業が楽しかったです。この大学はサポート体制がしっかりしているので、自分が学びたいだけ学ぶことができます。私の大学の第一印象は大変清潔でモダンな印象を受けました。大学には図書館やお店、カフェテリアや寮などがあり、私は大変気に入っています。ノーサンプソンには素敵な公園がたくさんあり、川が流れているのでとても穏やかでリラックスできる環境だと思います。また、街の中心にもすぐ行けますし、ロンドンにも電車で1時間で行けるので生活するにはとてもいいところだと私は思います。大学にはいつも留学生を助けてくれるチームがありますし、各学生にパーソナルチューターがつくので、何か困ったことがあれば彼らにすぐ聞くことができます。また、他の留学生や、現地のイギリスの人と出会えるサークルもあるので、イベントもたくさんあります。私は、この間、彼のお家に招待されてガーデンパーティーに参加しました。とても楽しんでいます。キャンパスに入るには必ず ID カードがいるので、とても安全だと思います。またノーサンプトンの町自身もとても安全だと私は思います。海外で学ぶことはとてもワクワクすると思いますが、それと同時に不安だとも思います。でもここはサポート体制がしっかりしているので、安心してここに来てあなたの夢を叶えてください。ノーサンプトン大学で皆さんお待ちしています。
Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea of who we are and what it's like to study at the University of Northampton. Oh, sorry. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So I want to talk to you about short-term study program that we have at the University of Northampton, how it works and how you can study with us and what the entry criteria are and what is involved. And then I will talk more about the university later on in terms of location and what's unique about studying here with us. So in 2022, in September intake, we will start taking in short-term study students from Japan. So how it works is that you can start in June or early August with a summer pre-sessional English course. So this is optional. But a lot of Japanese students prefer to do a summer pre-sessional English course because it gives them an opportunity to improve their English before they start the short-term program. This is more for students who doesn't meet the entry requirements for the English language. So for short-term study, you need a minimum of 5.5 IELTS. So if you don't have IELTS 5.5, we recommend that you take a 11 weeks pre-sessional English or 6 weeks pre-sessional English. So that starts in June or early August. Then you would start the international exchange program for either 1 term, 2 terms, or 1 year. So it's completely up to you how long you want to be with us for. So normally this program starts in September and the 1 term will finish in December, January, roughly. And then 2 term will finish in April or May. And then the 1 year would be from September to July. So a lot of Japanese students come and do this program during their gap year at the university. Or maybe perhaps you are studying at a Japanese university that has an embedded study abroad program within it. And it's a compulsory element to your program that you must study abroad, whether it is in the UK, Canada, or US. So this is an option for you. Then you would just return to Japan without any awards. So you won't get a degree or anything like that. You will get an experience mainly of how, what the British study culture is like. You will be studying with British student. You will be treated as a full-time student. You won't be treated any differently. You will have access to all of our facilities and get to enjoy the full UK student life while you are here with us. So what are the special features? So while you are here with us, you can choose any course that you like. It's a very flexible program. Can you still hear me? I think because okay, sorry. So yes, you can choose from 200 plus courses that we have available at undergraduate level. So you will join first year students and you can choose, whether it's business, whether it's marketing or, bioscience or anything that you have an interest in, you can choose that subject. We don't actually ask for previous experience. You don't need to study that subject currently at the Japanese university that you're studying at. Now, because it's an experience-only program, the program is non-credited, so you won't get credits officially from us, but what we do is we can provide you with an assignment for you to record your experience, and we would grade that report, and you can take that grade report back to your home university and get that transferred yourself. So one of the benefits is that you will be able to take part in any trips and excursions if the course that you have chosen has that element in it. So if one of the modules that you have chosen has a trip, for example, to Europe or to London or to other cities, then you can actually take part in that free of charge. Or if there are some expenses additional to that, the tutor will let you know. It usually expenses cover travel and hotels. And then you will have access to all of our sports and societies for free. So you can enjoy yourself, take part in clubs and societies that you are interested in, whether it's music, reading, sports, hockey or badminton or basketball or anything you're interested in, you can take part in that and make some friends. We will actually have a graduation ceremony as well for all exchange students, so you feel like you actually have completed a program. And then if you want to come and join us after you have finished your exchange program and want to study a master with us, we then give you 30% scholarship automatic for progression to a degree course. So like I said, you will be treated as a full-time student with full access to all facilities and also halls of residence as well of your choice. So you won't be placed in a separate accommodation. You will be given accommodation just like any other student. So you will be living and sharing with international students and home UK students as well. So this is an example, a couple of pictures of Japanese students who are here with us currently. Now we have about 4 or 5 exchange Japanese students joining us in September this year. And this picture was taken last week during the welcome breakfast session that we host to welcome all international students. So this is Yuko, the student you saw in a video earlier, and this is Asuka. So she's actually a current degree student at the moment joining us from Japan. And another benefit of studying short term with us is that you will be able to take part in a host family stays at the weekend. So we have an arrangement with host families around Northampton to place you over the weekend, and you can join them for meals. You can spend a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, with the host family to really get to know the kind of British life. These are in a picture of international students who were on a host family trip. And this is a trip to Finland, one of the modules in education. If you want to study education, this is one of the modules where they take all of the students to Finland to study, education and education system in Finland. So what are the courses that you can choose? So I mentioned earlier about over 200 plus courses that you can choose from flexibly. So this is a faculty of business and law. So if you are interested in any of these subjects, you can join year 1 of an undergraduate degree class for 1 term or 2 terms or 1 year. And then this is the faculty of science and technology, where again you can choose from biological science to geography, gaming as well, if you are interested in gaming, game design. A lot of these subjects may ask you for similar subject that you're studying currently in Japan, because these are highly technical and may require a prerequisite or kind of skills. For example, computing, you might need to know a little bit about coding or have some experience before you join us. But most of the time, we don't need experience, but certain subjects we do. So if you want to study psychology, for example, we also have psychology. You can join year 1 of BSc psychology class, or education, teaching English language, or sports science and health science, as well as healthcare professional courses if you are interested in that area. So what's the entry requirement for short-term study? So you must currently be studying a bachelor degree in Japan at the moment in any discipline. So you can be in year 1, year 2, year 3, or final year in Japan. You can join us, and you must have an IELTS 5.5. Now, if you want to study 1 term only, you can come on a visitor visa, but that means we can accept more than just IELTS. We can accept TOEIC, TOEFL, we can accept academic IELTS, which is 5.5 only. Now, if you want direct entry to 1 year short-term study, we only accept UKVI IELTS of 6.0. So there's different entry criteria depending on the duration of your short-term course. I mentioned earlier, certain courses may require an interview or portfolio. For example, art and design courses, like graphic communication, like photography, courses like that will need some sort of portfolio and interview because you need to have some experience in that area. But majority of the courses, you don't need to attend an interview and you don't need to do a portfolio. For example, business, psychology, marketing, courses like that, you don't need to do an interview or portfolio. So what's the cost of studying with us for 1 term? So this tuition fee is for 21 to 22 academic year. It may change slightly for September 2022. We just don't know yet, but it won't change dramatically. So for 1 term, we ask for £4,250. That's tuition fee. And then for 2 terms or 1 year is £8,200 for the tuition fee. Now, there are no scholarships available for short-term students because the tuition fees are very low compared to degree students anyway. So unfortunately, there aren't any scholarships, but it is very affordable. So I want to talk a little bit more about the pre-sessional English course that you can do on top of the short-term study program. So what you can do is the 11 weeks or 6 weeks program that starts in June or August, and they all finish in September before you then start your exchange program. Now, classes are Monday to Friday. You are expected to be on campus next year. If anything's changed, we may find pre-sessional as well, but the majority of students would like to come on campus. So the class starts normally 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time, and then you have an afternoon free. No exams, is more project work in the end. Once you pass that project work, you do not need to do another exam. You can go straight into the short-term program. There will be trips and activities to help you apply what you learn as well during the course. So it's a very fun course, but also it focuses on academic English skills. So this is the table to show you how it all works with pre-sessional English. So for example, if you have IELTS of 5.0, you can join us for the 11 weeks program that starts at the end of June. The cost of that is £2,700. So this is the duration of the course and so on. So you've got 5.0 or 5.5, you can go on a 6 weeks program. That's £1,600 and it starts in August. Now the 4 weeks is optional. You must have 5.5 IELTS or 6.0 to enter this course. It's not compulsory. Some students would like to brush up on their English before they start. They may already have met their entry requirement, but they just kind of want to remind themselves and brush up before they start the short-term study, and that's £1,000. It starts on the 15th of August next year. So this is Sachi, who came to join us in 2019. She was from Japan. She was here for 1 term and she gets to enjoy Christmas with us. She gets to enjoy the trips and activities that we organised. She went to a musical theatre in Northampton for Christmas to watch the pantomime. And then, yeah, these are kind of her testimonial. But we do have current exchange students as well with us this year. So if you want me to get you in touch with them so you can talk to them directly and find out what their experience is like, I can do so. Okay, so that's enough about the short-term program. Now I want to talk to you about who we are and where we are. So we are located in the middle of the UK, just 1 hour from London, and served by 5 international airports, from London Heathrow to Birmingham Airport to Luton Airport. So we are very well connected to all of the cities around the UK, just 1 hour from Birmingham, Cambridge, Oxford. So very easy to travel around the UK when you study with us. So I want to share with you the inside of our campus. These are some pictures inside our campus, so you can see it's very modern, very spacious, state-of-the-art facilities. We've got 3D workshop, studio, photography studio, purpose-built healthcare courses, facilities, bio lab, and yeah, all of our campus was kind of brand new. We built it in 2018. It's only a 5-minute walk to the town centre, and you've got everything that you need within the campus, from accommodation to restaurants to laundry to a doctor's surgery, everything that you need within the campus. Again, this is just an example of the interior and facilities available to you. For example, Max Suite here at the bottom for computing courses, engineering and 3D workshop, engineering students, and jobs for design courses. And what is Northampton Towns like? So Northampton is not a big place, it's not a city, it's a town. And what that means is that you can walk anywhere in Northampton, so you don't need to get the bus at all. It has a really nice town feel, so there's it can become bustling certain time of day, but also it can be quiet at a certain time of day as well. It's very safe, so you can walk anywhere in Northampton. And what are we famous for? We're famous for countryside and beautiful walks, lots of stately homes. So, you'll find lots of green spaces in Northampton so you can explore. You can walk from our campus along the trail up the River Nen for miles and miles. So you can see lots of beautiful sights while you're here. We are also near Silverstone racetrack, where the Grand Prix, the Formula One Grand Prix, takes place every year. So for next year, on the 1st and the 3rd of July in 2022, the Grand Prix, F1 Grand Prix will take place at Silverstone. They also do lots of concerts at Silverstone. You can also rent a sports car if you are interested in racing, and race around Silverstone as well. They do a package, and lots of celebrity like Lewis Hamilton visit the Silverstone once in a while when the Grand Prix is on. And then we're famous for shoemaking. So when you walk around Northampton, you'll see kind of these big massive statues of shoes around. You probably wonder, why are there these statues dotted around in Northampton? Because we have 900 years of heritage in shoemaking and leather making. So Northampton actually is the only university that teach leather and footwear as well, courses. And we do lots of activities around that. If you want to go to the museum to find out about our heritage, you can do. And we do like treasure hunts as well, so you can take part in these fun activities around the town. And Althorpe is where it's a family home to Lady Diana. This is where she was laid to rest. So students can actually visit Althorpe. It's only 5 miles from Northampton. Now, Lady Diana used to go to school here as well in Northampton. She used to go to Northampton High School. So this is a picture of an international student who visited Althorpe. And we are a mid-sized university, with only 14,000 students in total. So that's both international and UK students, with over 1,000 of those are international students from all over the world. So you can expect to see diverse student population. And one of the benefits of living in Northampton is the low cost of living. So you can expect to pay around £600 to £800 per month to cover your accommodation, your food, your transport, entertainment, and general living expenses. And this is 50% lower than London. So you will be able to save a lot of money when you come and study and live in Northampton. In terms of accommodation, as I mentioned earlier, all short-term students are eligible to apply to any halls of residence they wish to stay in. There aren't any limitations. You can stay on campus. So this is an on-campus picture of on-campus accommodation. But you can stay in the town centre halls, which is outside of the campus, around 5 to 10 minutes walk away. Or if you are on a budget, we do have Scholars Green Village, which is about 10 to 20 minutes bus ride, but the rent is much, much cheaper. Okay, so that's it for my presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me by email, WhatsApp, or line, or you can contact SI UK directly and they will be in touch with me. I can then put you in touch with current Japanese students or talk to tutors or help you with anything that you need in terms of application or advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kantaros. We received a few questions from the students. So, okay, first, how many Japanese students are there?
So this year is the best year of all. We have about 8 Japanese students joining us this year. Some are on exchange program, some are on degree course like bachelor degree course and masters.
Okay, so then good. And another question from the so this person, the students already has obtained the bachelor degree of journalism or mass communication. And this is not probably a topic today's not today's topic, but just what master course can you recommend the student?
It depends on what you're interested in. I know you said that you have graduated from
journalism,
mass communication, so you could go into MBA or business. We don't actually have a master's in mass communication as such, but you can, go into different area of business communication, for example, or marketing communication. So because mass communication is kind of a very wide topic, so you may want to specialize in a certain area. So, but yeah, we do have business courses that might be interest to you.
いろいろなコースがあるということでしたけど、ビジネスコースを見てみてはいかがですかということですね。はい。The next question will be, this person graduated from creative writing. So English, writing or English. And what career does she or he have the chance to get?
Again, it's a very wide topic. You can go into different types of careers with the creative English. You can be a journalist. You can go into literature, into research, to literature. You can, it's a very wide area of topics, so you can go into any sort of career that you wish. Now, we don't have a master's in creative English as such. We do have a bachelor degree in creative English. But yeah, if you want to, I can find out more from the tutor what kind of career and then come back to you later on about that.
Thank you. Another question. When is the deadline for accommodation, and is the exchanging students the guarantee for the accommodation?
So accommodation is not guaranteed, but you do get priority when you join us for the first year of your studies. So the deadline really, it can go on until the start of term. So there isn't a deadline as such, but the earlier you apply, the more chance you will get accommodation of your choice. So for example, if you start in June, the accommodation portal will be open around February time, March time. So you have a couple of months to get your application in and get your room offer. Yeah, so the later you leave it, the less chance you will have to get the accommodation in.
Early as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
早くにですね、アコモデーションが必要であれば、申し込んでいただければと思います。一応保証というのはしてないようなので、早めに申し込んでください。Next question is, I am the fourth year of the university and taking an art course. Can I apply for the program? I think you already mentioned, but it's, yeah, can you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, so if you are studying art in your final year in Japan, you can study with us on a short-term basis. Now, we normally put students into our first year program, so you might find it too easy for you because then you're starting with us from the first year. If you want to join a second year or final year students, we will have to refer you to the tutor, get them to see your portfolio, maybe have a chat with the tutor to determine your level, and then they may be able to offer you a second year entry, for example, to join us for the short term. So it's a very flexible program. Just get in touch with us, and then we can see which level we would put you in.
Thank you. And also another question, how many students are doing the pre-sessional class? And then maybe the what class size or?
Yeah, so we get about 30 students normally on our pre-sessional courses. So we usually get more students in the 6 weeks program that starts in August. And a fewer students in 11 weeks. So you can expect around 20 to 30 students in a class together. And because it's a pre-sessional English class, it's usually international students.
Thank you. As you mentioned about you have the 4-week professional course, and even if they don't need to come join, and they can, but how many people, how many students who don't need to join did join?
Yeah, if you have IELTS 5.5 or 6.0 already, you don't need to join it because you already met the inter requirement. The 4 weeks program is just an optional program for students who just want to brush up on their English. They may have IELTS 6.0 or 5.5, but they haven't used their English language ability for a while, and they just want to, remind themselves. So, all students who have IELTS 5.5 or 6.0 do not need to do 4 weeks program. It's completely up to you.
Okay. But maybe the other two, if the student want to be familiar with the town or people or students, classmates, and then so maybe it's a better option.
Yeah, exactly. And it teaches you different teaching methods and learning methods as well, not just English. So it teaches you academic skills that you might not be familiar with at home, because in the UK it's a different teaching style, learning style.
Okay, and another question is if the background is different, how difficult? I mean, I think what difficulty have the students faced?
Because you're joining us from year one, most students don't have experience anyway, even home students. So they would come from high school, right? So they, for example, if you want to study psychology, we don't ask for experience because everyone will be in the same boat as you because you're starting from year one with us.
So year one is you can say the year one is for, I mean, not quite beginner.
Yeah, so it's not quite a big beginner, but the course is structured in a way that you don't need experience. So they start everything from scratch. So all the modules will be kind of, giving you the foundation of that subject before you move on to the second year. But because you're here for short term, it's more for experience. And it suits students who, for example, are they currently doing, I don't know, engineering in Japan, but they actually have been wanting to study, I don't know, photography, for example, but they never had a chance to, and they just want to see what it's like to study photography. I've always had, interest in it, and yeah, it will teach you from scratch. You don't need to have experience at all.
Okay, thank you. So even if for psychology degree, if the students who don't have the same background can join for the psychology course?
Yes. You don't need to study psychology beforehand. You don't need to have experience in psychology. You can study psychology. So I'm talking about short-term program here, where you can join year one of psychology.
So there's another question. Which one is better, for one term or the 1 year? So the experience. Maybe are there a lot of students who had experience for 1 year or just one term?
Yeah, we get about 3 students on a 1 year program at the moment from Japan, and then we've got about 3 students on a 1 term from Japan. So it depends on your circumstance. Students who join us for 1 year, the reason why is because they decided to take a gap year, or it's part of their current bachelor degree requirement that they have to spend 1 year with us. The others, I think they just come for experience. They just want to do it for 1 term. They don't want to do it for a long time. And 1 term, you will get to spend about 3 to 4 months. And you will study around 3 to 4 modules, and you will finish those modules before you leave. Whereas 1 term, you study the whole year, whereby you will study 6 modules. You will go through the whole learning, the program and get all the learning outcomes that the program has to offer. So I think it's more beneficial that you do 1 year because you get to finish the whole year and finish that course in 1 year, like home students, like UK students. Whereas 1 term students are kind of just here for a short term and leave before everybody does.
Thank you. We received another question. What's the difference between pre-sessional course and foundation course?
So pre-sessional English is focused on developing your academic English skills. For example, teach you how to write an essay, teach you how to do referencing, teach you how to do presentation because you might need to do a presentation during your course, teach you how to do group work, and also kind of develop and polish your writing, reading, listening, and speaking skills in the meantime. Foundation year is not an English course. It doesn't focus on developing your English academic skill. It focuses you on developing a foundation of the subject that you're going to be studying. So, for example, if you graduated from a high school in Japan, you will need to do a foundation because the equivalencies between Japanese and UK education is not the same. So you might need to do a foundation before you get to year one entry. Or, for example, you have a very low grade and you don't quite meet the requirement for year one entry, then we put you into foundation degree before you go on to do year one. So they're two different things.
No, thank you. It's a really great, clear explanation. Another question. Can you please tell me what the students need to prepare before joining the course, if there's any?
Yeah, so for the short-term program, right?
Yes.
Or generally?
For the short-term course.
For the short-term course, yes. So first of all, you need to decide how long you want to come and study with us. Is it one term or 1 year? Is it more than 6 months actually? So if you are here within 6 months, then you need to prepare a proof of English. So whether that's academic IELTS, TOEFL or TOEIC, we accept all of those. Then you also need to prepare your transcript. So give us your current transcript from your current degree to show that all of your subjects are all passed. There's no fail. There's no grade. There's no minimum grade or anything. You just need to pass all of your current subjects that you're studying. You need to prepare your personal statement telling us why you want to come and study short term with us. Your passport, reference from your university. And that's it really. Then we will prepare a letter, an offer letter to you that you need to accept. And then we can help you along the way. SIUK and myself will help you along the way, what needs to be done after that. If you're here for 1 year or more than 6 months, you need to apply for a student route visa, which then requires you to have a UK VI IELTS. So we only accept UK VI IELTS. So you need to sit an exam and get 6.0 minimum in your score. Again, prepare your personal statement, your transcript, your passport, your reference, and then we can help you to apply for visa after that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the IELTS is really important anyway to study abroad. Yeah. That's all we received. Yeah, thank you very much for everyone. 皆さんありがとうございました。本日の情報がですね、役に立っていればと思います。また、留学ですね、イギリス留学、アイルランド留学、あるいはノーサンプトンの留学にですね、お考えの皆様いらっしゃいましたら、ぜひコンサルティングにお越しください。それでは、本日ありがとうございました。Thank you, Cantaros. Everybody.
Thank you.